Welcome back, everyone. Now, my next guest, this is his third time on my show. I have with me Steve Walsh, and he is the owner of Scout Mortgage, and you are the home of the no closing costs. I should say it right. The first.
You got it right.
No closing cost mortgage. So let's talk a little bit about that. It's amazing. Go ahead and talk.
It's pretty straightforward. When people go to refinance, they look, they often get an estimate, and when they look down, they see $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and they don't have to pay that. You really don't have to pay that. We can refinance them and pay all those fees for them, including the upfront appraisal fee. That's one of the things we changed over the last few years. Is we decided, because the offer sounds, as you just said, almost too good to be true, that how do we convince people that it is true? Well, we'll pay for the appraisal. So we go out, we pay for the appraisal, and we close the loan, and they see at closing that, hey, there are no closing costs. Scout Mortgage paid for the appraisal, title, underwriting, processing, and whatever other junk fees the bank can throw at us or the title company. So we pay all of them.
Now, you are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. You do free consultations. Your website, everybody likes to go on those. It's scoutmortgage.com. And you're basically the best kept secret in Arizona.
I'm trying to prevent that, but yes, that's why I'm here.
On the show.
Yeah, exactly. We've been around for 20 years, so we've been doing this since, I guess next year is our 20th anniversary, so we've been doing it since 1999. We're very good at what we do. Mortgages it's all we do, so we better be good at it, So yeah, we've been doing it for a long time.
Long time. And now you do free consultations. So we're going to go ahead and let everyone see, if you want to call in here, you can call them direct. The number to call them is 480-607-7906. They've got 5-star ratings everywhere. You can check them out anywhere you want. It's scoutmortgage.com.
So yeah, right now, people don't listen to me. Refinance, get off the fence now, because one of the things we've learned over the last few months, probably in the last 6 months, is the Fed is serious. They're raising rates. They've given us 8-9 years of pretty low rates, and now it's time to pull the punch bowl away. So, unlike the Fed in the 1970s or 1980s, they've warned us. They've told everyone, they announced it, 2 years ago. We're going to start raising rates, and then we're going to start raising rates in December, in January. So they're warning us, and now they're telling us in March they're going to raise them again. And just yesterday, Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, said they're going to raise rates 3 or 4 more times this year. Likely going to raise rates 3 or 4 more times this year. So mortgage rates and all rates, are going higher. So I'm telling my clients to stress test their lives, as the Fed starts raising rates, try and get rid of that second mortgage, that home equity line of credit, because they're usually adjustable rate mortgages. Try and get rid of, if you're in an adjustable rate mortgage, get out, get into something fixed. Now's the time to do it. Yes, rates aren't at their lowest all time, but they're pretty darn close. So get out of an adjustable, lock it in.
Okay, and again, they're the home of the no closing cost mortgage, and the phone number is 480-607-7906. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They do free consultations, and they have 5-star ratings everywhere. When we were saying before, when you were coming on, we were talking about that it makes sense to do it, right? If you don't have...
if you can lower your rate for free, it just makes sense.
So why does why is it that people you said the last time you were here and you thought you were that great. I'm not that great today, but you said though that you got a lot of reaction because people are hearing this now going, really?
I think two things. One, I think they realize the headlines everywhere are the Fed's raising rates, and look at the stock market the last couple of weeks and the last month. It's going up and down. It's trying to figure this out too. It's trying to figure out really if the economy can handle higher rates, and so people are waking up. I hear the word procrastinating quite a bit. In fact, one of my clients is listening. He said he was going to listen today, and he said, "Steve, I'm calling you because," he goes, "I'm a horrible procrastinator." And so he just, we submitted his package a couple weeks ago, but Yeah, people are starting to get the.
This is something you can't procrastinate on because it's going to go up.
But one of the problems people had, like you were saying, there's still millions of people who could benefit from refinancing who have not refinanced yet. And the question is, and the Federal Reserve has asked this question, why? Why haven't they? And a lot of people didn't have the equity in their house 2 or 3 years ago, but property values have returned. They've gone up quite a bit. I think 8% last year, 7% the year before. So property values have increased over the last few years. So now people are in a stronger position. They have the job. They've been at their new job, or they've been at their job for a while. So their portfolio just looks better. Everything just looks better. The stock market's up. The housing prices are up. Everyone just feels a little bit better. So they can refinance now. Whereby 2-3 years ago, maybe they didn't have the equity or the credit. So I'm telling people, get off the fence. Come on in. Get it done.
And you guys know, I know you are all procrastinators out there. I tell you, I hear it all the time.
Guilty.
I hear it all the time. Don't do that. Give them a call. It's a free consultation. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. It's 480-607-7906. It's scoutmortgage.com. Let's talk a little bit about, you said you want to stress test, what?
Well, people, in 2008 hit, that was a wake-up call for a lot of people. And I don't want to say that's going to happen again, but there's this rule you can live your life by, which is don't fight the Fed. When the Fed's hiking rates, they typically win, and so don't fight with them. They're raising rates. Housing prices could stall. I don't think we'll see a 2008 again, but they could go down a few points, and so you may not have as good a portfolio a year from now. Your property value might not be as high as it is today a year from now. Right now, we're still living off of the Fed's zero funds rate from a couple of years ago. Housing prices are still pretty solid. This market's doing fairly well. As we talk to people around the country, it's surprising. Arizona is the place to be right now. So a lot of people are moving here. So property values should sustain themselves here. Other states may not do so well. They're a little overpriced. But Arizona should do fairly well over the next few years.
Well, the last time you were on, you had mentioned that it changed, like you could be talking to somebody literally on the phone, and it changes while you're on the phone with them.
Volatility is back. And that was a headline on CNBC a couple of weeks ago, and that we lived in this... there was just a general sense of complacency out there, and now volatility is back because stocks were going up every day, rates were low, everything was just good. Not necessarily great, but everything was just good. And now volatility is back. The stock market shoots up 1,000 points one day and down 1,000 the next day. And when we look at our rate sheets, they're going up a half a point, down a half a point, and we're just trying to figure out what is going on here.
We're live on Facebook, so I want to say hi everybody out there that's watching us, like us, follow us. All you people out there are also a part of all of this. So you know what? Give them a call. Don't procrastinate. That number is 480-607-7906, and they are the home of the no closing cost mortgage. And basically, if you don't have to pay for it, why? It just makes sense.
Yeah, and people often ask, like, a bank versus a broker, why to go to a broker? In 20 years, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, where we look at one bank's rates to another. Like, we have like 30 to 40 lenders that we work with on a regular basis. And you look at one versus another, and they're completely different rate sheets. And we're trying to figure it out. And it's part of this volatility. It gets complicated, but in their secondary market, how well they're hedged, who's hedging, who isn't, who's rolling the dice a little bit, who needs the business, who doesn't need the business. So we really have to take time with each loan to find the best home for it. Okay, so I could say, I guess we were slacking a few years ago because it was really easy. There'd be one or two lenders that were consistently the best. And now it goes from, one to the other. So, yeah, you really need to let us shop it for you and make sure you find that good deal.
Tell them what you mean, that you do a free appraisal. That's a $500 to $600 value free to you guys out there. You're all going to get that.
We're not the big bank in town. So we don't have, the 40-story building downtown that everyone drives by every day. So I want people to trust us. How do I do that? Well, I write a check. Day one, you call us. I write the check for $500 for the appraisal. I pay for it, and then you'll see at closing how good we are at what we do. So I put my money where my mouth is.
Again, tell them what it means. No closing cost mortgage.
We pay for the title, appraisal, underwriting, processing, all those fun fees that historically people have paid. And so, people used to do a cost-benefit analysis. Should I refinance? Well, you don't have to do that if it costs you nothing. If you can lower your rate and it doesn't cost you anything, why wouldn't you do it?
Exactly. Again, we're going to just have them go to you. So the number to call them is 480-607-7906. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They do free consultations. They are Arizona's best kept secret, and now it's not, because we're getting it out here on Networking Arizona, and you could check them out. They're 5-star ratings everywhere. What would be your final words before we go to break?
Do it now. Don't get off. The fence is a very uncomfortable place to be, and you can't go backwards in life. You know, you know. So when rates go up, people will call us up and say, "But, you know, I want 3.5." It's not there anymore. Sorry. So do it now. Do it now.
Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Again, go ahead and call them direct. That phone number, it's 480-607-7906. Check them out on the website. It's scoutmortgage.com. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They've got 5-star ratings everywhere. It's the home of the no closing cost mortgage. Again, it's scoutmortgage.com. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk further. Call them right away. Don't wait. 480-607-7906. You're getting a free appraisal. That's a $500 to $600 free to you. I'll tell you something. What I love about Steve is that he really loves what he does. I've got to say this. I have to say this. You are so passionate about what you do. You're talking when you're not even on, and you are just going and going and going, and I'm looking at you going,
you have to tell them that, huh?
So tell No, but that's a good thing, because you love what you do.
No, I do. And when what we were talking about off the air was just when people shop online and they see these ridiculous rates, or the government's giving away $10,000 on a refinance. No, they're not. The government's not giving away any money. You're not missing out on these secret programs. There aren't all these little secrets. A mortgage is a mortgage is a mortgage. It's pretty straightforward. But and so when people go online, unfortunately, there's so much misinformation out there that all I can do is, I love shopping online too, but sometimes you just need to pick up the phone and get the right information in a couple of minutes. And when you go online, that company is typically going to try and convert you into into a product that they can sell around the world and to every bank in town. So once you go into one of those little bait clicks, you will then they'll ask you for your email address, phone number. Before they'll tell you an interest rate or any program, they'll want your social security number. And then they'll shop it around the world. They'll shop it to us. They'll say, hey, give us $100, $200. We have someone's social, date of birth, and everything. And they'll do that, and it'll happen for years. It doesn't go away. Right now, I can call a company, and they'll sell me people who went online 2-3 years ago, and we can call them up and say, yeah, you applied for a mortgage back in 2016,
wow,
and I have all your information in front of me if you want to do anything. And it's a global thing once you're online, as we all know. So I think you stick with a local bank, someone you know, someone you trust, and go face-to-face on the phone, have a conversation, get the right information. And I understand we all want more and more and more. We can't get enough. We're all addicted to our phones and information, but get the right information, not any information. And that's a big distinction between the two. Get the right information. Don't go online and then say, hey, this company screwed me over. They told me this and then did this. Well, did you give them all the information? Did you give them the right information? You don't know the right questions to ask. Our trained professionals do. So
now, the other thing is, why wouldn't you want to go with someone who has the home of the no closing cost mortgage? Now, we have people that might have just come in from the break. So tell them again what that means.
It means, when we start a relationship with a customer, we pay for the appraisal up front. It's real simple. We invest $500 in the loan right away. And then we pay for the closing costs, the title appraisal, underwriting, all that stuff at closing. So the borrower doesn't pay anything for it. It's a simple way to refinance, because obviously if you can lower your rate for free, it makes sense. But I just think it's a better way to do business. And that it also puts us in a position where we need to deliver, or we're out $500. Like, think of the leverage that the customer has over us. It's like, hey, we paid $500. We put hours of into this mortgage, and you say, no, it's not what you promised, and you walk away. People don't do that because we deliver, but the big banks don't do that. They want your $500, and they're going to put a loan in front of you, and if you don't like it, tough bananas, off you go, right?
Well, they've been known as the Arizona's, the best kept secret, but we're getting it out here for you now, right through this show. And maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know. If you're a procrastinator out there, give them a call, because it's going to go up.
Rates are going up. The Fed is doing as they told us they were going to do. They were very clear over the last year. They were basically doing what we're doing right now, warning people, do it now. They were telling people to get off the fence. If you're going to refinance, there are amazingly millions. The Federal Reserve puts out these numbers, and I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but it was like 2 million people out there who could benefit from a lower rate haven't refinanced. And the Fed doesn't know why. They're like, you can lower your rate for free and you're not refinancing. Why not? But nowadays, I think people need to look at their whole portfolio and are they going to remodel their house? If they need the funds for that, take some cash out to consolidate debt, get their ducks in a row, because higher rates, it's like the Fed's taking a vacuum cleaner. That's the way, when I try to explain what the Fed is doing, they're vacuuming up all the loose money. And that's why we call it a loose monetary policy before. Now they're tightening up. They're vacuuming. So before it was raining money. Now they're vacuuming it up. They're cleaning up the mess.
They do free consultations. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. 5-star ratings everywhere. You can call them direct. That number, it's 480-607-7906. It's scoutmortgage.com. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you hit the nail on the head. Just get off the. I need another expression besides get off the fence. Don't procrastinate. Like, go now. Don't listen to us. I guess listen to Carol's show and then go online or give us a call.
Let's talk about the thing that I think of the people think the most of this. When they hear something like this, they say, Is
too
it
good to be
too good to be true?
Oh my God, 97. I remember the first time I heard that. I was like, no, it isn't. But it just shows a fundamental. You really have to understand where mortgages come from. Mortgages come from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, USDA, FHA. So we all understand those terms, but what does it mean? It means these companies buy mortgages off us. So that Fannie Mae actually pays us $5,000, $6,000 for a loan. We turn around and give the borrower $2,000 or $3,000, whatever the closing costs are. We get what's left over. It's very simple. Everybody probably could do a no cost if they really wanted to. They just choose not to because they get to keep more money.
Are you one of the only ones? I think so. I think you were telling me that.
Nobody likes to advertise it. Like, if you really squeeze somebody, they might like, like, I had somebody going with a home builder, and they're like, they're one of our clients, and the home builder was giving them a huge incentive, like $20,000 in upgrades. I said, we're good, but we're not that good. Take the upgrades, the $20,000. Whatever they do, we can fix it later. And they kept asking this lender for a no cost, and they're like, no, take the lower rate. And she's like, no, I want a no cost loan. And it took her almost 3 weeks to get that done. So they don't want to because that comes out of their margin. That's where it comes from.
But you write the check when they walk in the door.
We write the check when they walk in the door. We write the check at closing. So we make a little less, but we hopefully make it up on margin.
Again, they're rated with the Better Business Bureau. You can call them direct. They do free consultations. If you're procrastinating on this, don't. The number to call is 480-607-7906. It's scoutmortgage.com. 5-star ratings everywhere. Refining. A lot of people, I guess because of what happened,
right.
They are on the fence of doing that. They're not sure if that's a good thing to do. And again, they're worried that they can get burned again. And
we all should be very cautious. But you really have to look at, again, when I was saying stress test, your life earlier, those credit card payments, can you get them paid off? If you can't, you need some help. Mortgage interest is tax deductible, so it's fixed. If you're in trouble, it is one place to go. But I agree with you. If you don't need the money, don't take it out to go speculate on investments or speculate with the money. Take it out if it puts you in a better position. If you can improve your overall financial picture, then do it. But yes, don't take the money out to go to Vegas and travel the world or whatever. So.
Right. So that of course makes sense. Okay, again, you can give him a call. That phone number, it's 480-607-7906. What else should we talk about?
No, when you go online and someone wants your Social Security number to give you an interest rate, don't do it. Exit. Escape.
Well, I think they also see things on television. They hear the big names, and they think of them as being where they should go.
Yeah. And those big TV commercials and those big buildings are paid for by whom? You.
Right.
So, banks, let's just say they've taken a bit of a hit to their reputation over the last few years. they're an expensive way to get a mortgage, and they know that. I've talked to many very high-level executives at some of the very big banks in town, and I've said, you guys could put us out of business tomorrow if you wanted to. They don't want to. They have no need to compete on price, fees, rate, any of that. So they, I guess they figure we'll just take a little small piece of the pie, but the big piece that they have, they make big money on it. They're making huge dollars on your loan. When you're paying all those fees, they're just, putting it in the till. So we make a little less.
Right. Again, they're the home of the no closing cost mortgage. And you know what? They pay for your appraisal right up front. It's a $500 to $600 value, free to you all out there. And the best thing I think to do is, because everybody has a different story. I think that's really where we had said the last time that, well, not the last, I think it was the first time, I think we should just start off with a conversation.
Right.
And I think that's what it is.
Yes.
Still now today, because everybody has a story.
Yes. Alexa and Siri are getting good at conversations, but AI isn't quite there yet. So pick up the phone, call us, and what's really neat is you could be, right now you're worried that you're procrastinating, then you call us and we're like, no, you're in great shape, bye. But it doesn't hurt to double check. We've had people call us and say, can I get better than this? No, stay where you are. But hearing that, then you can rest assured you did everything right. And so I think that's also a value. Not knowing you should have not done something. I think I have it right. But just knowing not to do something, having us kind of look over your portfolio and say, hey, you're in great shape. Like I've had a board call with 3%. Can I do better? No. You
know what, though? Here's the thing, too, about you is I think you're really out there for everybody to make sure that they do get the best,
Absolutely.
no matter what. So, again, they're the home of the no closing cost mortgage, and we're getting it out right here on Networking Arizona. You're getting that free appraisal. It's a $500 to $600 value, free to you. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Give them a call. They do free consultations. That number is 480-607-7906. It's scoutmortgage.com.